Alright, but we reached the end game. I think. I don't know what chapter I left off. This guide that I'm using on and it says I'm on I think 14. I might just be on 14. 13 or 14. Because this guide is so precise. It just tells you what to do. It doesn't tell you what's happening. So I guess it's literally like the most spoiler free you can get. But now that I'm reading this, I'm like, what the heck where am I? Whatever, let's continue. Oh, chapter 12. We're on chapter 12? Or maybe we're on chapter 12? It looks like the kidnappers made a big mistake. The girl in the trunk was Detective Jowd's daughter, Camilla, not the minister's daughter. I remember that. When I got back to the Justice Minister's office, things were getting even more out of hand. The devastated man was being grilled by the fiery detective lady. I told Lynn what I had found out about the kidnapping, that it wasn't the Justice Minister's daughter who had been abducted, that the kidnappers had been holed up in Camilla's old house, and that they sensed my presence and were already gone. But Camilla, why do they have Camilla? Her father isn't the stupid old Justice Minister. I think the stupid old part is a little uncalled for. It looks like the kidnappers made a mistake somehow. The poor girl, kidnapped for ransom of her own father's execution. It's just too much. It's a cruel twist of fate, I agree. And then there are those other twists too. Like the kidnappers winding up in and using Camilla's old house as their hideout. There's no way it could be just a coincidence. And then sensing my presence. They seem to know about the powers of the dead. I just don't understand any of it. I told you before, Detective, I want you to stand back. Who cares about distance at a time like this? Look, Mr. Minister, it wasn't your daughter that was kidnapped. Don't try to pretend you didn't hear what we were saying. Ah! How can I believe in you? I'm a realist. If you don't believe what we say, see for yourself. Just call home and... I tried calling 100 times. My wife won't answer. She won't? It's complicated. Oh, why does life have to be such a complicated thing? But if she doesn't answer, doesn't that mean everything's normal? It doesn't prove it. And I'm being watched. I can't have the police go check for me. Besides, if the execution isn't carried out tonight, the hostage will be killed. What difference does it make if that's not my daughter? Or that it's not my daughter? Ooh-wee, that's quite a pickle, Mr. Minister. Quite a pickle. Miss me? Inspector Cabanela? I have a little report for you, Mr. Minister. The escaped prisoner has been apprehended. Thought you might like to see him, so here he is. What time period are we in right now? Detective Jowd, I'm so sorry. I tried. I know that you're innocent. I just can't prove it. I'm so sorry. Lynn, please don't apologize to me. Ah, the beautiful love between a teacher and student brings a tear to my eye. Lynn doesn't really know that Jowd is innocent, since she believes it from the bottom of her heart. The execution and the kidnapping are real threats and time marches on. I'll gather information and see if I can think of something. This all relates back to me somehow, I just know it. You knew, didn't you, Inspector Cabanela? that the execution was tonight? I don't believe I had any obligation to tell you. And you're fine with this? I mean, you know as well as I do. Detective Jowd could never have done such a thing. Oh, come on now. I know no such thing. Huh? I know two things to be true, and two things only. 1, he was given the death penalty, and 2, he tried to escape. What else could I do but haul him in? If that's the case, why did you bring him here? Whatever do you mean, young lady? He escaped from prison, right? So why didn't you just take him back to the prison? I think you only brought him here to brag about your accomplishment. Isn't that right, Inspector? For your own selfish reasons? So were all those rumors about you true? That the only thing you care about is a spotless record? Is that more important to you than saving a friend? Got Von Karma. I think I said that before, he's Von Karma. Everybody has certain principles they can't go back on, including me. You'll understand that someday. That's enough, Lynn. But Detective Jowd, I'm a death row inmate who escaped from prison. This is how it should be. But... like, after all this, I can't even move. I don't think I can move. Oh, I kinda can. Oh, I can talk to him. My poor Amelie, is she alright? Actually, the girl who was kidnapped is named Camilla. Why is a dream talking to me in my head again? Wait a minute, Amelie? Could that be the Amelie next door? Yes, I think so. Wow, I didn't know the Justice Minister lived next door. No, not me, my wife. It's complicated. Yeah, I bet it would be pretty hard to admit she left him. The minister's wife went away on him? Maybe they grew apart. What with him being so busy? Yeah, I bet you're right. Please stop gossiping about me inside my own head. Can I not? I can't move from... According to what I heard, Amelie was supposed to go to some sort of lesson tonight. Those horrible kidnappers, they were lying in wait for her. But Amelie didn't go out after all. She couldn't. She had a fever. Huh? And so the kidnappers grabbed Camilla by mistake instead? Apparently, Amelie and Camilla are about the same age. The kidnappers must have gotten the two of them mixed up. It's my fault. If I hadn't asked Camilla to do that errand for me, this never would have happened. Oh right, you asked her to bring the music box. Oh. Can I... Oh! So, Mr. Ghost, we meet again. I hear something happened, something about a kidnapping? Some kidnappers are saying they abducted the Justice Minister's daughter. That's terrible. What's their demand? The carrying out of your execution tonight. Teehee. I had no idea I was so hated. But the minister doesn't have to worry. I die, and it's all over. Very simple. It's not that simple. Why not? Because it isn't really the minister's daughter who got kidnapped. It's Camilla. What? I checked it out for myself. I'm positive. It can't be. And by the way, Camilla told me something interesting. She said the one who killed her mother 5 years ago was Camilla herself. What? What are you talking about? Don't listen to him. I'm the one who shot her. I'm the one who shot Alma. And when I'm executed tonight, that will be the end of it. Camilla won't have to suffer anymore after tonight. For a capable detective, you say some incredibly misguided things. You dying isn't going to end that girl's suffering. It'll just bring her new suffering. The only person's pain this execution is going to cease is yours. Is it true what Camilla said? How is he not questioning why he's in like the headspace? I feel like maybe we explained that we had to rescue her a bunch and she died, but like how is he not fazed by her also being in this weird ghost dimension? Why don't you tell us what you know? To be honest, I still don't understand what happened that day. It was my wife's, Alma's, birthday. We came home from work, and she went in first. I looked for the shooter, but there was nobody to be found. There was nobody there besides Alma and Camilla, just the two of them. So the little lady's mother died right in front of her. I mean, she might have seen it. She was in the cabinet, or the whatever, cupboard. Oh my, that's so horrible. Camilla told me about it. She was crying. She said the contraption she made did something it wasn't supposed to and made an impossible move. An impossible move? It's been 5 years since then. I stopped thinking about it. I shot Alma. There's no other explanation. That's what I've convinced everyone of, even me. But tonight, you showed up and gave me an explanation I never would have thought of before. The powers of the dead, right? That day, in that room, powers that I didn't understand were at work. And if that's the case, it clears up all the mysteries. Maybe not all. There are a couple of other people who know about those powers. Is somebody... yeah, I remember. I can sense your presence. The kidnappers who abducted Camilla knew about these powers. This is no ordinary kidnapping. It looks like my wife's case isn't coming to an end after all. I'm the only one who thought it was. There's still time before dawn. A little, anyway. How about you see this case through to the end before you die? Camilla was a quiet little girl, but she was good with her hands. She was a little genius at making elaborate toys and contraptions. But there were two very strange points about that contraption. The first was, of course, the firing of that gun. Right, that was an antique gun I had on display for years. So it wasn't part of the little lady's original design? Of course it wasn't. It was supposed to be a surprise for her mother's birthday. And the other strange point was the movement of that Cupid. Cupid? It was supposed to shoot its arrow without turning around. Oh, I see. That's how it was supposed to work. Somebody made a change to the contraption's design and then manipulated it. Is it weird how I never actually thought... I never thought of it. Maybe because everything was like spinning. I thought it was supposed to kind of spin. I don't know what to say. I didn't have time to think things through then. All I knew was I had to protect Camilla. I made a small adjustment to the scene and turned myself in. What kind of adjustment? The gun, of course. The gun. Come to think of it. There was no gun there, just a picture hanging on the wall. Of course not, because I secretly switched the gun out of that frame with the picture. I didn't believe what she told me about her contraption, but one thing was for certain. That gun was still smoking. So that gun really did shoot Alma. I hid the gun before I went to the police. You hid it? I put it in a wooden box and gave it to a certain detective. What? You mean? And that detective still thinks it's a music box. So that's what was in the box, huh? I got a different murder weapon ready to give to the police. My own pistol. And I did a few other things to make it look good. I won't go into details. When I was all done, I turned myself in. Damn. Detective Jowd, is what you told us just now true? Yes, of course. In that case, there's still time. Still time. Time to solve the case that started 5 years ago. You didn't do it, Detective Jowd, and of course little Camilla didn't do it either. So the true perpetrator is still out there, and I'm going to prove it. For Camilla's sake. Does time just stop when they're in the in the other dimension? That sounds wonderful. Thank you, Detective Jowd. Lynn, where is that music box now? In Temsic Park. Camilla left it there. That gun is important evidence. You better go pick it up. Hey, he's right there. Like, what the... Yes, sir, I'll go right now. Sis will take care of Detective Jowd. And do something about the kidnapping so we can get the minister on our side. And yet again, I say, easy enough for you to say. What is going on? Tell me the deal, Mr. Death Row inmate. A little change in plans. My daughter has been kidnapped. I can't just go off to die without doing something. But you're in our custody, don't forget. Back at the prison, everybody's waiting for you, with a special seat just for you. Then I guess we'd better prove my innocence on the double. On the double, is it? You sound so determined, my old friend. I want to save Camilla, in more ways than one, and that's all there is to it. I see, my old friend, in more ways than one. What say you, Mr. Minister? May we have your decision? Should the execution be carried out tonight as planned, or should we hold off and wait for this important evidence to come in? The order still stands. Bring the prisoner back immediately and resume its enforcement. As you wish, Your Excellency. Please don't bow down to me, and especially not that low. In that case, can I have one of your boys arrange a prison van to pick him up? Would you be so kind? I like this. This is funny. What the fuck? Where'd he pull that out from? The van should take about 10 minutes, I'm guessing. Your escape tonight was brilliant. Will you show me another miracle in these last few minutes of yours, Mr. Death Row inmate? I'm glad to see Detective Jowd all fired up now, but I feel like I'm under the gun here. Even if Lynn does come through with the proof of Jowd's innocence, it will be meaningless if Jowd or Camilla dies. I've got to do something about that kidnapping somehow. Maybe I should ask for some advice from the capable detective here. Can I talk to him? I can talk to him again? Most likely, the minister won't stop the execution. Not as long as there's any small chance his daughter is the one who was kidnapped. But she isn't the one, I'm sure. Well, it would be great if we could prove that to the minister. Prove it how? I doubt his wife is ever gonna answer that phone if we call from here. If we call from here, right? But a phone that works in both... Oh wait, but a phone that works in both directions. What are you saying? What I'm saying is only family members can solve a family problem. Hey, Mr. Ghost? Yes? I have to admit, I don't like depending on others. But you're the only one who can change this situation. Gee, detective. For these past 5 years, Camilla's the only thing that kept me going. I can't go meekly to the chair now. I hate to ask this, but would you mind saving me? I'll try. The key to getting the Justice Minister to stop the execution is his wife and daughter. But is there a way? I guess I'm gonna... I think I can go there, right? To their apartment. Oops. Because I have a number. Oh, there with the phone. I think it was this one, right? Lady's Red Apartment? Lady's Red... Does she not have a name? She has a name, I think. Just as I thought. This little girl is safe in her bed. Murder, execution, jailbreak, betrayal, and now kidnapping. This last link in the long chain of sad fate lit a fire in Zhao's heart, and the chance to turn it all around is right here in this room. I'm getting a strange premonition. Everything that's happened so far tonight has related back to me in some way, and I bet this mistaken-ridden abduction does too. Oh, that was the chapter? I guess you can have just talking chapters. I visited the novelist's apartment again. I'm hoping to be able to do something about this mistaken identity kidnapping. As long as there's any possibility that it could be his own daughter who was kidnapped, I doubt the Justice Minister will call off the execution tonight. The key to dispelling the minister's doubts is now in bed, coughing, and I need to use this key before that prison van arrives to pick up our death row inmate. My darling angel. Oh, just listen to that cough. You naughty thing. Did you leave your nice warm bed to go out into the night to play? A daughter after my own heart. But I must confess, I didn't even notice you were gone. I didn't go out to play. I went to buy Papa a birthday present. He said he wanted a new lighter. But that's no reason to go out this late at night. But my fever finally went down. I could barely move before that. Well, look what it brought you. Your fever's worse now than ever. Here's to the feverish passion of my darling angel. Mama? Yes? Let's call Papa and wish him a happy birthday, even though it's already past midnight. Not tonight. I hate you! Looks like this little girl was safe all along. I already knew that, but I'm still relieved all the same. And there's another lucky development too. Amelie wants to call her father. Now if I can just make use of that feeling somehow, that would surely bring the Justice Minister around. We can light. Oh! The phone. I told you couldn't call him tonight. Why not? Listen to me. Your father is about to make a big mistake. I want him to reconsider. What do you know about him, Mama? He's the one who's the Justice Minister, you know. All you do is write weird novels. Damn! What do you mean, weird? How dare you disparage my romantic expressions? Now you really made me angry, you really have. How do you expect me to forgive such an insult? I hate you! She moved closer. There. I'll be keeping my eye on you now so you won't do anything else mischievous, like calling your father. I hate you. I can hear you, you know. Whoa, what a pair. I don't know what this family's issues are, but I do know I have to do something about this lady so Amelie can call. Oh, there's a mouse. Why is it always a mouse? Not a rat problem? Wait, what is... There's like an electrical wire. A valve? Here's a mouse. Oh. Well, well, having a good time, are we, little rodent? Sweet dreams. Oh my god. Did you fancy the vintage, my whiskered friend? Oh. She's more powerful than I thought. Looks like she tipped the wall candelabra to one side too. From the angle of those candles, I get the feeling I've seen something very similar to that quite recently. Spin. Oh! Oh, I think we just killed that thing. Can we talk to the rat? Oh heavens, a blackout at a critical time like this. Of course, dim lights suit my story of love very well, but I myself am not very fond of the dark. This chandelier just narrowly missed the back of my head. I love the thrill of romance, but I don't need these kinds of thrills, thank you. Oh my lady. Oh, what a wonderful atmosphere. Perfect for a clandestine meeting in the dusky twilight. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. What did that just do? Oh, okay. I actually don't know what that just did. Is it like a... Oh, it's like the journal thing. I don't exactly know how this situation came about, but I think I owe the rat an apology. The rat seems to be unconscious, but now that the room has changed into this, maybe I can use it somehow. I'm sorry, little rat. Oh. That does that. Burn brighter. No. I think maybe, is it this? Hoist. Oh, never mind. I thought that's what it did. Oh, maybe this thing? A dictionary? What about this? A crank? Oop. Oh, what a naughty chandelier. Can I burn brighter and then drop it? I'm reading these instructions and it's actually kind of confused. So what was the point of opening the thing though for this rat? That's my question. That's what it told me to do. I'm supposed to drop it, I think. Drop it and then raise it and then drop it again and then raise it? Or maybe she raises it and then when she's walking back, I'm supposed to hit her again? Oh! Damn. What counts is right below. Right below! No? Okay. Like at this point, I think she should just understand that someone's out here. Oh, I got her. Someone's out here. Go. She like her apartment's haunted. Help. I'm sorry. I'm too dizzy. I can't get up. I'm afraid I can't help you right now. Here's to the weakness of my darling angel. That chandelier is on there tighter than her wedding band. She won't be able to escape on her own. Okay, lift her up. What is going on? Amelie, look, do you see this? Help me, please. Oh, sorry, I'm too sick. I can't get out of bed. My head is spinning, so I guess you'll just have to stay up there spinning too. Oh, I keep pressing the wrong button. Okay, and then... Jump to the chandelier. And burn! Damn, this is crazy. This is just torture for this lady. Oh, she's swinging though. Maybe that's what I had to do. Jump to the pendulum. Swing harder? Oh no. Oh, that's what I have to do. Swing harder. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can call your dad in this situation. What in the world is going on here? Oh, goody. Excuse me a minute while I call Papa, okay, Mama? I'll only be a minute. She's just like hanging there. This rat is hanging there. And she's like, let me just call my dad. Oh, don't you dare. I won't have it. Hello, Papa? Oh. Amelie, is that you? Of course it is, silly. What do you think? But I heard they said you were... No, never mind. It's nothing. Silly old Papa. Happy birthday! Birthday. Oh right, it was my birthday today, wasn't it? I'm sorry we couldn't celebrate tonight. Thanks to mean old Mama. Oh, your mean old Mama. I mean, your mother. What is she up to right now? Well, she's certainly up, alright. My stubborn mother is kind of tied up at the moment. Get me down! She needs to be taught a lesson for causing us so much trouble. No, Amelie. I'm the one who was wrong. Huh? Could you tell your mother I'm sorry? What do you have to be sorry about? I was just about to make a terrible mistake. It's alright now. Oh, okay. You're still young. There's a lot I can't tell you right now. The job of Justice Minister is very complicated, you see. Okay. But just remember, you're always the most important thing to your mother and me. Did you do something naughty to your mother? If you did, I want you to apologize. I don't think I did anything. But okay, I'll apologize. That's a good girl. Okay, have a good night. I love you. I love you too. Good night. Mama? I'm sorry. My goodness, why the sudden change? I guess I was wrong about you. I didn't understand. Oh. I thought all you ever did was write these weird novels. That makes me a little sad. Papa said the job of Justice Minister was complicated. Yes, your father's job is very, very complicated and difficult. That's why I couldn't talk to you about most of it. But you're right, I shouldn't treat you like such a little girl anymore. You're growing up after all. And I promise to stop calling your novels weird and try actually reading them. What? Oh, maybe you'd better wait until you're a little older for that. Oh, okay. So, Amelie, if you're feeling a little more charitable towards your old mama, do you think you could let me down? You know, I would love to do that, but I'm feeling too dizzy and sick right now. Tonight, on this holiest of nights, my deadline. It looks like the only thing pressing on me will be the chandelier. Here's to Papa and Mama's darling angel. Can't I let her down? All of a sudden, everybody is getting along again. Such an abrupt change. I can't understand it, but is this what a family is all about? In any case, the situation has changed dramatically now. I just hope the mysteries of me can be cleared up as quickly as the furrows on the minister's brow. I don't know where Camilla is, but at least now the Justice Minister's doubts are dispelled. I think I'll go back to his office, where everyone is waiting for the prison van. Can't I let her down first? The minister's family now has their smiles and harmony back, but Camilla is still in the hands of the kidnappers. I decided to go back to the Justice Minister's office. Surprisingly, the minister's brow is still just as furrowed as ever. Quite unlike a father who has just learned his daughter is safe. He seems to still be in the depths of despair. The atmosphere in this room is very different now. It seems to have an air of unfocused anxiety. I get the feeling something as big is going to happen. I just found out that my daughter is safe. I'd like to express my gratitude. Thank you. Thank you for my daughter's sake and for mine. No need to thank us, Mr. Minister. It was nothing. What did he do? But one question. I can't help but notice your daughter is safe. And yet you still look unhappy. How about a little smile for us? Of course, there is still the matter of the other kidnapping victim. But is that really the only thing that troubles you, Mr. Minister? Please let me think in peace until the prison van arrives. I wonder if Lynn is at the park yet. Until we get her report, I guess I'll have to wait here. This continued distress of the ministers. Is there really something more to it, like the inspector in white said? It seems to me the Justice Minister has some kind of big problem on his mind. Why don't you try talking to him instead of me? I don't even think he's ready to acknowledge my existence yet. He's an anxious fellow, yes, but I bet he knows when to accept the truth. Would his face be so furrowed otherwise? What does one have to do with the other? Hello, Justice Minister. How about you finally admit I do exist? That thank you I expressed, that was meant for you. You're a ghost, aren't you? And you have the power to control and manipulate people, don't you? No, I don't have that kind of power. I can't control you. We've actually known, you know, for quite a while now. But I had no idea they were the powers of the dead, of ghosts. Known? Known about what? We knew about the existence of somebody who could control others. A manipulator. What's this? That's why your execution order caused me so much anguish, Detective Jowd. Mr. Minister, why don't you just tell us everything you know? Yes, I suppose I should. You need to hear it all. All about the huge mistake this foolish man made. There are some cases in this country right now that are under a top-secret investigation. Of course you wouldn't have known about them, Detective Jowd. Right, they don't share too much top-secret information with the inmates in prison. There are 3 prisoners, including you, in the special prison you just escaped from. All 3 cases have certain points in common. They do they? Tell us more. The rock singer who leaked national secrets in his lyrics during a TV broadcast. the curry-loving fellow who took the chief commissioner hostage at the Metro Police Department. Neither of these men had a motive for their crime, and both of their crimes were impossible. Impossible? The curry lover had no way of knowing how to infiltrate the commissioner's office, and the rock singer had no way of knowing the national secrets he leaked. The Special Investigation Unit submitted an investigative report to me on them. They concluded that these men's criminal acts were not of their own volition. But how could that be? The theory the unit came up with was the existence of a manipulator. A manipulator, huh? That's when the special prison was established as a facility to research that theory. Some unknown power has been at work. These past several years, Inspector Cabanela has been studying these cases. He has he? Manipulating somebody into committing a criminal act, according to the inspector. The first case of its kind was a locked room murder involving our nation's best detective. Are you trying to say I was manipulated somehow into shooting Alma? I appreciate the theory, but unfortunately, I don't recall being controlled by anybody. It's just not possible to manipulate another's behavior like that. My powers certainly don't work on living creatures. That's what I thought when I first heard the theory too. However, I was seriously mistaken, and it proved to be a big mistake. What? You mentioned a mistake. Could you tell us about it? I suppose everybody here has the right to know. Alright, fine. I'll speak out loud so that Inspector Cabanela can hear this too. There's something I'd like the two of you to hear. It's about a mistake I made. Inspector Cabanela, when you first made that report about a manipulator, I'm afraid I didn't believe it at all. Impossible, I thought. Perfectly understandable, Mr. Minister. But I was wrong. That kind of power does exist. And I learned the truth of that firsthand. What's this? A month ago, I signed the order to carry out Detective Jowd's execution. However, that act wasn't of my own volition. I was being controlled. What? You never told me about this, Mr. Minister. That's a huge pen. What's going on? This document. What am I doing? No, I mustn't sign it. How did they get his, like... Oh, I guess, I don't know. So how did they understand his whole signature and everything? I guess maybe it's because he just asked them to sign or ordered him to sign it, I guess. Just signs it. Wait, don't deliver that document. Well, boy, he said don't. That's when it started. That's when all of my fear, despair, and suffering began. Damn. At the time, it didn't even cross my mind that I had been manipulated, and my memory of the event was only hazy at best. So the memory of being manipulated doesn't clearly remain, huh? Signing execution orders is part of a justice minister's job. At the time, I just thought my psyche was rebelling against the task. But the next day it dawned on me. I remembered Inspector Cabanela's report on the existence of a manipulator. As a minister of justice, I couldn't admit what had happened to me. I only signed the execution order because I was being controlled. If something like that got out, this nation's judicial system would crumble. Besides, I had no evidence to present that I had actually been controlled. So in the end, I couldn't admit to anybody what had happened. I suppose, but it sounds like a bit of an excuse. You should have at least told us, Mr. Minister. Yes, I know I should have. I was running away from the problem. And then my wife found out I was worried about something. Well, if you go around with an expression like that, I guess it's bound to happen. I explained it to her, and she was dead set against the way I was handling it. If you don't withdraw that order and tell everyone the truth immediately, I'm moving out. And then, with the kidnapping tonight, with it thrust under my nose like that, I could no longer deny my mistake. This manipulator comes upon us from somewhere unseen. That's why I've been keeping my distance from everybody. So that's why you've been telling people to stay back. So there's somebody else besides me with the powers of the dead. I'm fine with that. After all, I already knew about a certain desk lamp. What I'm not fine with is the fact that that person can control and manipulate living creatures. That's certainly not something I can do. Apparently, different ghosts get different ghost tricks. Wait, but like if the lore still stands, though, doesn't that mean that that person died tonight or some... Because apparently the ghosts can't live until the next... they disappear the next day at dawn, so... this person had to have been dead tonight, too, somehow? But I never imagined that tonight I would find out where this kind of power comes from. Where it comes from? Inspector Cabanela, this manipulator is a ghost, a departed spirit. A spirit? As a matter of fact, there's a ghost talking to us right now. What? What did you say? Zhao, don't tell me you can hear this ghost too. I'd say the only person who can't hear him is you. Spirit, ghost, gods in heaven? Excuse me, Mr. Minister, I suddenly have some urgent business to attend to. I recommend you think long and hard before making your final decision, sir. Oh, he's walking faster now. This is Lynn. I'm at the park. We've been waiting to hear from you. Have you found the evidence? Well, the situation here is kind of difficult to explain. Did someone die? Someone probably died. Sissel, if you're there, come to the park immediately. It looks like your help is needed, Sissel. Yeah, I guess so, huh? Somebody probably died. Lynn calls and I oblige. I take off toward Temsic Park, the place where clearly something big is taking place. The manipulator, the person whose very existence sheds new light on everything, Detective Zhao's crime, the execution orders, and even my own death. Could it be? Could Lynn have been manipulated into shooting me? That's right. That's true. I completely forgot about that bit.